Hello there. In 2023, Scottish First Minister Nicola Sturgeon wanted her compatriots to vote on independence from Great Britain. But nothing will come of it. Britain's highest court on Wednesday rejected Scotland's request for another independence referendum. The power to schedule such a vote is reserved for the UK Parliament in London, said Supreme Court President Lord Robert Reid. Therefore, the Scottish Parliament does not have the authority to decide on a referendum on Scottish independence. The decision was unanimous, as Reid said. It's clear to the court that legislation on a referendum on independence is a national matter and therefore outside the powers of the Scottish Regional Parliament. A lawfully held referendum would have important political consequences for the Union and the UK Parliament, said the judge. It would either strengthen or weaken the Union's democratic legitimacy and the UK Parliament's sovereignty over Scotland. The proposed bill is therefore more than just a loose connection with matters reserved for the central government. This is a severe blow to the government of Scotland's First Minister Nicola Sturgeon and her Scottish National Party, the SNP. She had aimed for a second referendum in October 2023 after the one in 2014. Sturgeon was initially disappointed. A law not allowing Scotland to choose our own future without Westminster's consent debunks any notion of the UK as a voluntary partnership and strengthens the cause of independence. That's what she tweeted. She had announced that she would recognize a no from the Supreme Court, but then she wants to turn the next British general election into a quasi-referendum and only contest the election campaign of her Scottish National Party, the SNP, with a demand for independence. British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak says the talks about Scottish independence are over. We welcome the clear and final judgment of the UK Supreme Court. That's what Sunak said in Parliament in London on Wednesday. He stressed that now is the time for politicians to work together for the good of the people of Scotland. According to the British Prime Minister, it's about tackling fundamental problems together, such as the economic difficulties and the ailing NHS health service. I'll talk about that one in my tonight's video. He dodged questions from several Scottish National Party MPs about how he could in good conscience speak of a voluntary union when he was denying Scotland the right to a democratic independence referendum. Instead, Sunak sided with former Prime Minister Theresa May's statement urging the SNP to end its obsession with the independence, as he put it. The Scots had already voted in 2014 to stay in the kingdom, and that has been shared with England and Wales for 3 centuries. At that time, the opponents of independence prevailed with 55 to 45% of the votes. Sturgeon justifies the desire for another vote with the outcome of the Brexit referendum in 2016. A clear majority of Scots voted against Great Britain's exit from the EU, which has since taken place. And so she's absolutely right about this. Notwithstanding the London decision, Sturgeon's SNP had called for demonstrations in several Scottish cities in the afternoon. There were also smaller gatherings in 5 EU cities, including Munich here in Germany. And what is a voluntary union if you don't have a vote about leaving it? That's one you have to explain to me. And I'll see you in my next video. I'll be back.